Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yoswell, the game is War Thunder, and welcome to what might be a lunchtime of dirty seal clubbing. This is the T-34 1940. It's the first T-34 you get in the Soviet line. Just about everyone, I think, has had a couple of games in this vehicle. To remind you, it is a 3.0 battle-rated medium tank, 26.5 tons, 450 horsepower, etc, etc, etc. But the reason this is possibly the dirtiest tank I've encountered in the game, yes, even dirtier than the KV-2, is its armour. 45mm of plate all around doesn't sound very much, but you have to remember this thing is sloped, and it's sloped at 60 degrees, which is effectively doubling the straight steel thickness. It also means that there's a very decent chance that you're going to start getting bounces with APHE and the like. So, 90mm of armour effective on the front before you take into account angling. On the side, that is a 40 degree slope, you're talking, well, it's not quite so bad. It generally tends to around about the 50mm mark. And on the turret, much the same again, round about 50mm courtesy of that 30 degree slope. Gun mantlet, ironically, is possibly the most vulnerable point on it, being 45mm, but well, it's relatively straight. Internals, of course, as always with T-34s, your soft spot is the hull directly below the turret. Specifically, you're looking at just above the second road wheel of the running gear where the armour goes vertical. Not the easiest shot to make if you're outside arcade mode, but on the other hand, fuel tank, ammunition, gunnery crew, and potentially shrapnel bursting into the driver and the radio operator. At the rear, you've got the radiators and the engine, and of course the rear fuel tanks as well, but generally, if you want to make a T-34 go pop, you aim for that second road wheel, or at least just above it. So why is this possibly the dirtiest tank in the game? Well, like I said, 45mm of armour, doubled up to 90 of straight steel because of that 60 degree slope. The Russians figured this out, to their credit, faster than anyone else did. 76mm L11 gun. The Soviets were starting to get the hang of decent anti-tank guns by this point. If you go with the BR-350 solid round, 77mm penetration point blank, but you've also got the BR-350A APHE round, 73mm point blank. Aside from the fact that it's, well, actually no, there is little or no reason to take the BR-350 SP. Because, let's face it, if you get almost the same penetration with a high-X armour-piercing round, and then you get the bursting charge behind it for some extra damage, well, hey, why would you? Normally, of course, you would go for an armour-piercing ballistic capture because it has better penetration, usually because it's a sub-caliber round, but on this occasion, nope, I'm just gonna go straight for the 350A. Why did they have 350 SP? Well, solid rounds are easier to make, and they're also cheaper to make than an armour-piercing high explosive. Then there's the shrapnel round, and we don't talk about shrapnel rounds, okay? You just put them in the closet, forget they exist. But, getting back onto topic, 90mm straight steel. The T-34 can't penetrate its own hull frontally, unless it gets a lucky shot. As it turns out, there's precious little else around battle rating 3.0 that can. The Panzer III-J 2.7 rated? Nope, not happening. Not on a straight shot, even with that 50mm. The Panzer IV-E, ha 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 ha, don't make me laugh. Although it has to be noted that if he's loading heat rounds at 38C, he might get through. Might. But that's a short 75, the muzzle velocity's crap, to put it mildly. The 4F1, again, same gun, 75mm KWK-37, and the same low velocity 75mm junk. So again, if he's got APHE loaded, no happening. Gotta use heat if you want to get through the front of a T-34. Stug 3F, that might be a threat. 3.7 rated, 133mm penetration, but the Panzergranat 39 is quite prone to bouncing off an angled T-34. You start getting ricochets on this thing at an angle of attack of 42 degrees with Panzergranat 39. Of course, if you go to heat rounds or AP CR, the Panzergranate 40, then it's less prone to bouncing and also more prone to going clean through. But, hey, less damage once you get through, so he's going to have to make a precise shot. Stu-42G, of course, can try to pop a high explosive into the turret and go for the burst, but look at the design of the T-34's turret. For one thing, the armour on the roof is 20mm, so he's going to have to get a fairly low down shot, and even then, it's going to be bursting at an angle. Look at this. If he hits the top of the turret, then there's no line of sight. Explosion rolls down, goes nowhere. Likewise, if he hits the back of the turret, explosion, well, it just ploughs into the back of the turret, or it hits the 20mm RHA on the roof at a relatively high angle, and again, just bounces, it goes nowhere. He'll have to hit the turret ring with a low-velocity 105mm gun. Do you have any idea how tricky a shot that is, even in arcade mode with the aim assist? Good luck. If you can manage that kind of shooting with the 105mm, then the Stu life has very definitely chosen you. In fact, the only serious threats to a T-34, aside from possibly, as I say, heat rounds through the 75 or APCR from the Stug 3F, would be over on the American line. You've got the Sherman Derp again, that does something fairly similar to the Stu-42 and has the same problem. He's going to have to make a turret ring shot, or the angling of the turret is going to stop the worst of the impact. You've also got the M4A1 Sherman, could potentially penetrate with the 75mm M3 if he gets a decent shot, but again, he's running a solid risk of bouncing. Let's bring up the mods on the ammo. Critical angle 43 degrees, at which point he starts getting ricochets, and, well, angle of attack from the normal, yeah, that's going to run the risk of just bouncing straight off. Again, solid shot, so no post-penetration burster charge there. And of course we have the infamous Wolverine, the 3-inch M10, which, let's face it, is gonna shish kebab most tanks right the way up to tier 4. That is the infamous 76mm M7, which would also find its way in a later version onto the M18. However, we've done enough talking. If I get higher tier tanks, this is going to be interesting. If I get lower tier tanks, oh, it's going to be brutal. To battle! Let's go kill something. Probably many somethings. The first time I took one of these T-34s out, I ran up something like 20 kills in the round. Still my personal best. Will I be able to repeat that? We'll find out. Domination in Poland. So we have a 3-point city map to work with. This could be interesting. It's also going to favour the T-34 in another way, because T-34s are very agile. Much more so than the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs. So we'll lose the high explosive. We don't talk about shrapnel shells at all. And we'll cut back on the solid penetrators and load up a, well, not quite half round of BR-350A. To battle, comrades! So, just check the ammo loadout. As you see, most of the ammo is low down in the hull. So, even if I do take a hit there, chances are I'm dead anyway because of the fuel tank's proximity. There's a ZIS-30 there. That's one of the few Russian vehicles that can penetrate me. 75mm on the M3 might be a threat. But look at this speed, 47, 44, 45 kph. It's not having any trouble accelerating even over soft ground. And the turret traverse is blindingly quick. At least by the standards of later tanks. If you're used to the heavier late war designs, which take a long time to get round, this is quite a change if you're coming back to it. So, let's just take a right here. Actually, no, a left here. I think we need to come one block north and pick up onto point A. Angle round. Again, cut the corner so we angle up as we come round and engage. If I'd been prudent, of course, I would have stopped at that cover and checked the corner as I went. Hostile team is capturing Zone A, so we'll actually pop past Zone A, take a sharp left, and punish whichever foolish Reprobate is going to be... Damn. Okay, led a little too much there. That was a snapshot. Reload comes straight round. Where are you, comrade? There you are. Foolish, foolish little BT-7. That's finished him off. Brass up for the Marder as well. Unfortunately, he is now reloading. Come on. Is he going to load before I do? Nope. And that was into his gunner. So he is now desperately trying to get out. No, you don't. Boink. Fire. And let's just start uncapping. Get the T-34 turned round. Angle the armour. Get this already formidable front plate, at least by the standards of the tier, angled up properly. And anything that comes round... Well, if something comes around this corner, I'm in trouble, but... shouldn't be a big deal. Most things will try to stay off the open field at this tier, because, hey, long-range heat shells can still mess you up if you aren't careful. We'll just zoom in. So, artillery. Artillery, really, that's adorable. Do you really think that's going to kill me? Although it has to be said, I'm not going to take the chance, so I am actually going to get straight out of this cap circle. There we go. Advance once again, comrades. Let us go mess up some more stinking capitalists. Blonk. Right, so... Baker, right, there is a KV-1 lurking around. He might be a problem. I might actually need to get close to take him. But T-34 can just about take a KV-1 point blank, so... in a city map, that's less of a problem than it sounds. We'll quickly push around here again. Try to come at the enemy from unexpected angles, get round behind them. And then, as Jingles puts it, surprise butt sex. Also, check both ways before crossing the road. Hello, comrade! Reload. Good night. This tank is dirty in an even tier match. Angle up again. Come on, where's that M3? Damn it, I'm hooked up on the train somehow. I've got something else shooting at me. So, full reverse. In this case, all of 6 kilometers per hour. And change the angle of engagement because I've been made at that corner. Right, pull away again. Let's push around, see what we can find. I'd have hoped to get a shot onto that M3, but can't have... Ooh. What did I even hit? Don't know, but I think I knackered his suspension. We're going to get another shot here in a second. There we go. Blitz his driver, machine gun the rest of the crew, and that is the end of him. High X, of course, would have been the recommended technique for dropping this guy. Oh, hello. Comrade! Come on, are you going to reload before I... You're going to get clear before I reload? Yes, you are, unfortunately. Fine. BT5 speed, yep, that's one of its virtues. That thing is even faster than T-34, but this guy is new. He is fishtailing, and now he's dead. 76 mil, burst of charge behind it, lot of damage. Really? Okay. Far be it from me to argue. Let's push forwards again, see if that M3 is still lurking. Main force is engaged around point B, so we can have some fun on the flanks, I think. Come on, comrades, where are you? Where are you, little capitalists? My gun has a I think our Wolverine just wrecked him, but let's toddle around this corner, see what we get. Ooh. Nope. Schnicked him, that's an M2A4. Not the worst thing that could have blindsided me, but T-34's armour stopped the worst of it. Now then. Come on, where are you? Oh yeah, got ya. Honestly, running around in pre-war tanks, who does he think he is? Comrade! Vile traitor comrade. Come on. Right, fire into that. That's a T-50. His armour is almost the same as mine in places. It's got the same kind of sloping. Doesn't matter, because, like I say, on these Russian turrets, the cheeks are vulnerable, so you can get penetrating hits there. Turret is, ironically, possibly the weakest spot of an early Russian tank. Fire into that front mantlet just off to the sides, you hit straight steel, and then the burster charge does the rest. Now, we need to get to point B, and we need to reinforce that fairly sharpish. So, let's push round. We're going to be coming in on their flanks again. Fast advance. I am taking a bit of a risk here. I'm actually going to have to turn left first, because there was a tank on my mini-map, but he's gone. So, as before, fast advance, come on to B, find out whatever took down that control point. Ah! KV-1. Like I said, there aren't many places you can hit a KV-1, so we'll go to solid rounds, because hopefully that'll get a bit more penetration. Lay on, mid-hull, come on. Ah, someone else nailed him. Fine. We'll switch back to APHE. That Panzer III is dead. Stug 3F, everyone knows how to kill a Stug, come on. That wasn't the recommended procedure, but hell, it worked. Now, I was hit from somewhere else. I think it was just scatter fire from the artillery, though, so not a big deal. Okay, finish this cap. What have we got? Ooh. Comrade! Damn! Rush that shot. Okay, fine. So they're trying to drive for A once again. Well, we can't have that, can we? Already capped it once, don't want to have to do it again. Right, break across the street, watch both ways. Again, watch right as we cover across the cross corridor, fire, bounce. Actually, I'm going to take a risk here, because he's not aiming at me. Come on, comrade. Foolish, foolish comrade. Driver, engine fire, gunner is dead. Actually, no, driver and radio op are dead. He's putting that fire out, which means I have all the time in the world to reload and wreck his turret crew, getting another kill. 10-0 so far. Okay. As I say, this tank is dirty in same tier matches. Right, where are you? Where did that M2 go? I think somebody else might have oh no. Panzer 4E, doesn't matter. Got bigger fish to fry. Come on, round we come. There we go. Line up, midsection. Hit once, set his fuel tanks. He's going to be trying to put that out. I'll get the reload, and then just to finish, turret shot to get a crew KO. Round we come. Actually running out of ammunition. That's not normally a problem I have in German panzers. Let's move. Point C is being taken, so go firefighting once again. Point B is being taken. Right, again, slam onto the flanks. We have a medium, actually possibly a medium to heavy. Oh, hello, comrade. Goodbye, comrade. We have a medium to heavy one block east of here, so I'm actually going to smack into that building. This is bad. Come on, accelerate. Go, 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 go. Get outside before they look north and see me. We'll take this medium tank first. Knock their support out from underneath them. Critical hit. Again, fire into the fuel tanks. Loader is dead. He's going to be set trying to cancel that. Fire into the turret to make the kill. Then we'll take a right turn. I've only got one round APHE left. Holy hell. I don't normally run out of ammunition in any other tank. Don't normally live that long. And then we'll just toddle up behind Civvy T-26 and fire. Okay, right. Loading solid shot this time. I should probably pause to get a reload at some stage, but that's not going to be an issue. Not on this run. This tank is dirty, dirty, dirty. The only thing I've run into that could have given me trouble was that KV-1, and even then, I had marginal shots point blank into his fuel tanks and ammunition racks. Oh dear. Someone's taking point A, not a concern. Point C secure, point B is going to come back. Eventually we'll bother to angle up. Oh, what do you know? Panzer III J1. Hello, comrade. Okay, that was actually my first serious hit that I've taken. Someone else nails the J1, but... Ow! Vile traitor comrade T-34. As I said, he got the hit into the fuel tank. Doesn't quite matter. Would have been nice to get through the round without dying, but... Quickest way to kill a T-34, ladies and gentlemen? Another T-34. What was the end result of that? 14 kills, 2 assists, 14 critical hits, 42 rounds hit. Whole slew of medals. And... player statistics, where there was an... Gashek was the one who was even vaguely close. He was using a KV-1 for the most part. So he's a 3.7 rate. Yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the T-34 1940. Possibly the nearest thing you're ever going to get to seal clubbing in War Thunder, unless you somehow happen to be the only King Tiger on an opposition full of Panzer IVs. Until next time, farewell.